Okay, well, let's start applying the anti-rust layer on the chassis. That's what we're going to start today. Well, this is the product. I told this before. It's in fact linseed oil with some additives, and I will show you how really thin it is. I mean, it's like water, right? It's almost water, and it's transparent. You can see that it looks like oil when you put it on the chassis. You can apply a very thin layer. It applies like watery substance, and well, I have done a little here, and well, you may see that it looks oily really, and this has not been done. Well, I will do this then, and has been done. So this is the big difference. It looks wet and oily, but after 24 hours it's not sticky anymore. It hardens like paint or like a lacquer, really, and then the rust is inhibited. As I told you before, it's also is like a primer layer, and it is advised that you put a top layer of the other RX product, the RX10, over this with some RX5 in it, and then it bonds very, very well. Well, this is how it looks, and I can show you maybe how. I mean, I hardly have anything on the brush, and maybe you can see how easy it goes. I mean, I don't hardly apply it. It flows like water, and a very thin layer, and then it's okay. Well, you see, I use a normal brush, not an air brush or something. Only when it's needed I will do that, because when I use the air brush, well, I have to, I don't know, I don't like that. Nou, dit is niet zo'n heel goed stukje. Well, I will continue, and I will show you the result later. Okay, guys and gals, I finished painting the chassis and the rest. I say painting, but as I said before, I treated it with some kind of linseed oil with some additives in it. Most important additive being a hardener, and well, it gives a very nice surface. I painted, in fact, everything that could be painted. So not only the chassis part, but also the leaf springs and the differential, the axle, everything that can be painted except the engine, and that gets too hot for this oily product, and surfaces like here where the wheel will be attached. Of course, you don't paint that kind of surface, but otherwise everything is in this linseed oil product, and as you may see, it looks wet, but it is not, because of the hardener. It's totally dry and hard. It feels like a lacquer. It's dry and soft, and but it looks kind of wettish. And well, as you can see, I treated everything with it. It inhibits the rust very good, and well, in fact, it's a very nice finish. I even treated the gearbox. It's nice and shiny now. Maybe you can recall that it was quite rusty, this rusty look. now it has a rusty look, but well, I'm kind of like the look, as I might say. Bell housing, same conclusion. Nice shiny satin look on it, and well, as you can see, I treated everything. As I said, not the engine, of course. But the rest is ready. Well, what can I say? I had this plan that after applying this rust inhibitor surface, I would apply a layer of black top coat. But I won't. No. I'm looking at this result right now, and to be quite honest, this is exactly what I was looking for. I mean, it has this old finish, this old look, and I am not building a new car. This is not a resto mod, as you say in America, where you make an older car newer. This is exactly the opposite. I make a relatively new car from the 70s. I make it older because it has to be a car from the 30s. And this look helps me in this. When I would apply a top coat, a black top coat, non-transparent, so it's black on very black, it would maybe look new. And you might say, well, that's nice, but no, that is not what I'm looking for. I'm looking for the old finish, and this is exactly what I had in mind. With the imperfections, and that's exactly what I like, but treated well against the influences of rust. And will this be sufficient, you may ask? Well, you know, this car or truck or whatever you want to call it, this automobile, I think that's a better word for this thing, as it is when it is ready. This automobile never will see rain or snow or ice or anything like that. Never, because it will mostly be a show car. When I can use it on the road legally, I may drive it once in a while on a sunny Sunday morning, or to a car show, something like that. But always with nice, sunny, dry weather. So rust will not be the main problem with this anymore. And so I think this layer of RX5, as it is called, is sufficient, and I will leave it. And that's my conclusion. And it's always good to stick to the plan, but plans can also be improved, and I think it's a big improvement if you leave it like this, not paint it flat black. Well, that's it for now.